What's going on, people? Lately, a lot of crazy things have been happening regarding Twitter and YouTube, and in some cases, even Facebook. A few minutes ago, I made a video regarding Twitter and how Twitter had locked out several of my accounts. Then, after I finished making that video and posted it, this news article came across my eyes, where Judge Jeanine Pirro is off the air at Fox News 1 week after making controversial comments about Representative Ilhan Omar. It's interesting to me that the far left, the Democrats, and illegal immigrants can make controversial comments, racial comments, anti-Semitic comments, and it goes away. They apologize, they say it was a mistake, they didn't mean to say it, they keep their job. But when a conservative, and in many cases a Republican, because not every Republican is on the same bandwagon as conservatives. You have a lot of Republicans that have the Democrat agenda. So they're not really on the bandwagon with Trump. But I find it interesting that now Fox News is starting to exhibit anti-Trump and anti-conservative views. Why is she now punished and off the air when CNN, Don Lemon, can say whatever they want to say to offend or be controversial, and they get to keep their job? Now, before I continue, I want to invite you to follow me on Spreaker. If you have a Spreaker account, and there's accounts out there that's free, you can join Spreaker for free. You can actually post videos through Spreaker free, and then there's the pay account. I happen to pay for mine. Also, follow me on WordPress. The same applies for WordPress. They have the free version. Follow me on Dailymotion. And also follow me on Instagram at I am Fearless J1111. I am Fearless J1111. Now, this is in case Twitter, YouTube, and even Facebook decide to ban my accounts. Because I'm starting to be convinced that the Democrats are the holders and distributors of the mark of the beast that the book of Revelation predicts. You know, when it says that no one will be able to buy or sell without receiving the mark. And it's funny to me that Democrats, the far left, or better yet, the far left, could do and say anything they want to do or say, and it's okay. And it's interesting sitting back watching how much or how many businesses and even social media accounts are attached to the far left. You have Google, you have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have big businesses that are kicking people out because of the fact that they support Trump, which is insane to me. I've never seen anything like this happen since the Civil Rights Movement. And what's even more interesting is that there are so many people that's blindly following the Democrats. They are still ride and die. It's funny because the Democrats are all united. The so-called Republicans are divided. And there are some and many that have taken sides with the far left. But yet, they're able to manipulate the minds of people to vote for them. So I'm convinced that the mark of the beast is being held, or is going to be distributed by the far left, because many people are following the beast. Many people are in support of the beast. Now, I'm going to get to this article. I'm going to also put the article on the bottom if you want to read it for yourself. But many are following and joining the beast. Look at what the beast is doing. The beast is disarming legal citizens, people that went through the proper channels to legally own firearms. But when it comes to the criminal, there are no laws, or better yet, there are laws, but the laws aren't enforced to get guns out of the hands of criminals. They're focused on the mental health of a person, not the criminal history of the person, although you really don't need to be legal to own a firearm. So in spite of how many signs you may put up or how many laws you may pass stating that you can't have firearms on certain properties, school, or what have you, or even certain restaurants, that does not stop a criminal from still obtaining a firearm. But many of us are aware that they want to disarm Americans, or better yet, citizens, because it grants them more power to do what they want to do to you without you having a way to fight back and to defend yourself. That's just one of the tools that they're using against the citizens, but people are blindly following them under the guise of mass shootings, school shootings, shootings that have not even affected you in your state, that have never happened in your state, but yet you fear that you have to get guns out of the hands of citizens, legal citizens, hoping that that does not happen to you or your state or your city or town. Another crazy thing that the far left is doing, that those that follow the beast agree to, it's bad enough that abortion clinics existed in this country. But then they took it a little farther and said late-term abortions. So that was passed in New York State. So demonic Cuomo saw how easy it was to manipulate the lawmakers. And then he says, okay, we're going to go beyond late-term abortions. We now want to be able to murder give females the right to murder post-term abortions. So now they're talking about how they make the baby comfortable. The baby's born, they make the baby comfortable, they go talk to the moms and the family and find out what she want to do. She decides she want to murder or execute her baby, and then they come back and murder that child. And that's the law. That's legal. Another thing that they passed that the majority are following the beast, they want to legalize marijuana. Now, I understand that there's people that feel that it's from the earth, man. There's nothing wrong with weed, man. But so much is added, so many chemicals are placed in weed, man. It's not being grown the same. It's not natural anymore. And in most cases, people get this drug in their system and they have no idea what's happening to them. They have no idea what's in that weed. But yet they want to legalize it to keep you high, your head in the clouds, and you completely unaware of what's going on. It makes it even more easy for them to manipulate you, to control you, because now they're in control of your weed, they're in control of your protection, they're in control of whether or not you have the right to be born or not. And now they're trying to push and gain the control over what you eat, how much you eat, your travel, just things that are considered natural, that things that are considered human rights. They're trying to take that away from you. They want you under complete government control. They want to be able to control your foods, your waters. And see, we see what's happening over in Venezuela, where these people are drinking mud water, poison water, or wormwood water, which means poisonous. That is a socialist country. But yet you have the far left, the Democrats, and many who follow the beast are in support of that for free stuff. Nothing is free in life. Life is not free. The air you breathe is not free. The water you drink is not free. Even to go to the bathroom and defecate, being nice, is not free. You have to pay. There's a price for everything in life. I'm 58 years old, and that's something I learned at a very young age. I learned this back in the 60s, that there's nothing free in life. There's always a price to it. It's like when you buy something online. And I used to always hear them say, even back in the 60s, that many people never read the fine print. You know, they have the bold print up there, and you can buy a vehicle. At that time, you can buy, brand new cars for like $6,000 or $7,000. So you can buy this vehicle, $13,000, $7,000, right? And then in the very small print on the bottom, people don't read that. All they see is the big rebate that you get or the discount that you get. You can only pay like $98 a month for this vehicle, brand new. But on the bottom, in the very fine print that you can't read unless you have a magnifying glass to put up there and read it, that's where the hidden agenda, that's where the real cost resides. is in the very small print. So people are quickly, especially the millennials, are blindly following the beast, the one that holds the mark that the book of Revelation speaks about, where it says no one will be able to buy or sell without receiving that mark. That's government control. That's the government controlling you, telling you the only way that you can eat, the only way that you can survive, the only way that you can feed your family is to receive this mark. Isn't that what Twitter just did? The only way that we will unlock your account is if you give us your personal information. You give us your phone number, and therefore we'll unlock your account and still have power over whether or not we want you to have that. Because now, after you give up your personal information, after you end up giving that phone number, and then you say something that offends them or offends someone that follows them, then they can delete you right off. And guess what? They still have your personal information. They still have it. So nothing in life is free. Donald Trump, and I don't mean to keep pushing Donald Trump, and I know there's a lot of people that blindly hate Donald Trump. They don't know why they hate Donald Trump. They've been conditioned and programmed to hate Donald Trump. They're in a trance. They have been bewitched. They have been hoodwinked. And they don't realize it. So you mention President Trump, they go into convulsions. On one of the Twitter accounts that was locked out, and watch the game they play. There was a video on Twitter where this young boy goes up behind the senator and smashes an egg on this man's head. The man turns around and lightly slaps the child. Now everyone is coming to this child's defense, but no one prevented that child from smashing that egg on that man's head. And the child came holding up a camera. He was holding a camera and he was just that close to that senator. And while holding the camera up, he smashed the egg on this man's face. Man turned around and slapped at the boy. The person that posted that video made a comment and said, spoke against the senator's punch. He called it a punch. Was talking about how light the punch was. But yet I responded and said, that really wasn't a punch, it was a slap. And the young boy should have been punched. Well, I just found out that that account was suspended because I said that. But yet the video of that young boy assaulting that adult senator, a senator, someone that holds a political position, that video is still running freely on Twitter. But yet my little comment caused that particular account to be locked out. And then it says, in order to retrieve that account, follow the steps below. In other words, give them my phone number. It all led back to giving the phone number. So they're not saying your account is suspended for a week or 3 days or what have you. They're saying we locked out your account because you made that comment saying that that boy should get punched for assaulting that senator with an egg, but we're willing to give it back to you if you give us your phone number. That's interesting to me. So I count that account as lost. And I'm sure that maybe even this video may be removed. Or maybe even the YouTube channel may be moved. At this point, it doesn't really even matter because we're living in a satanic system. And the Bible talks about how many will follow that beast. Wide is the road and wide is the gate that leads to destruction, and many go therein. That big road where everybody's going. Because you know how there's people that love to follow everybody. Everybody's doing it, so it's okay. It's not okay because everybody is doing it. Maybe it's time to take a step back and say, why is everybody doing this? Something is wrong with this picture. So when you have all of these people that's blindly following demon crabs and things that are foreign to you when you were growing up, maybe something is wrong with that. Where illegal immigrants have more rights than you. You're the taxpayer, and you have no control over your funds. They take it regardless of what you say, what you believe, or what you think. And they take it and they give it to the illegals, those that have paid nothing into the pot. And if you speak out against it, you're Islamophobic. Now, I'm not going to speak out against Islam because, like I said, I have respect for Islam and I have respect for Muslims, a lot of Muslims at that. But then there's a certain group of Muslims that have the mind of Sharia law. They want to change America, and that's the battle. That's the whole battle against President Trump. Because Trump is for the American citizens. He's taking hits and punches for the American citizens. He's constantly surrounded by enemies that's pretending to be his friend. The young people refer to that as frenemies. So you of all people should understand frenemies. That they're enemies pretending to be friends. Why do you think he's going through that? Why do you think the media, the same media that destroyed, that helped contribute to destroy the black community, because everything that the media put out about black people, about black men in particular, was all negative. The same abortion clinic that was created to kill off black people like we. That's what Margaret Sanger said. And Hillary Clinton, a demon crab, agreed with her. And black people follow her. They just got done telling you that you will not receive reparations for what your ancestors and what you have been going through since you've been here in America. They tell you, even the black politicians tell you, I don't believe in reparations. They start talking everybody. I'm for everybody. But yet, they've been for the illegal immigrants because that's where your tax dollars are going. The Democrats have done nothing to help the people that voted them into office. They made so many empty promises to you when they wanted you to vote for them. Now that you listen to all of the free promises they promised you, all of the things they promised you, they have not done what they said they were going to do. Their whole political term so far has been investigations and lawsuits against Trump and those that surround him or supported him. That's where your tax dollars are being paid. That's why the deficit is steady going up, because they're constantly spending money, your tax dollars, on foolishness. If not investigations, they're spending your tax dollars on illegal immigrants, health care for illegal immigrants, shelter for illegal immigrants, food for illegal immigrants, and you still blindly follow them. To make them really upset, to get back at them for not doing what they promised to do for you, vote for Trump. Because the only power that you give the Democrats, the beast, the only power, you give them their power. That's the power that they have, is the power that you give them. But anyway, it's been like 26 minutes and I have not read this article. The article reads, did Fox News fire network host Jeanine Pirro? That's the question many of Pirro's fans were likely left asking themselves after tuning into Fox News at 9 p.m. Saturday evening, the typical time Pirro hosts her weekly show, only to find that Fox News was airing a rerun of the documentary Scandalous. Check this out. What is Fox News doing? Scandalous? Come on now. What's going on with Pirro, whatever her name is? According to CNN, all indications suggest that Fox News has suspended Pirro. However, if Fox News suspended Pirro, they are not publicly admitting as much, telling CNN, we are not commenting on internal scheduling matters. Pirro has not tweeted since last weekend, nor did she announce a vacation. Pirro's absence comes 1 week after she controversially questioned the patriotism of Representative Ilhan Omar. I question that because listen to what this woman talks about. She's anti-American, and I personally refer to her as a terrorist. She is. While mocking Omar for wearing a hijab, the traditional Islamic head covering, Pirro suggested that Omar's Muslim faith is responsible for her anti-Semitic sentiments, which of course Omar is still in her position. Think about it. Omar wears a hijab, Pirro said on her show. Is her adherence to this Islamic doctrine indicative of her adherence to Sharia law, which in itself is unethical to the United States Constitution? In response, Fox News publicly condemned Pirro. We strongly condemn Jeanine Pirro's comment about Representative Ilhan Omar. They do not reflect those of the network, and we have addressed the matter with her directly, the network said. Now, no one has done this with Omar when she made her anti-Semitic comments. And anybody can make anti-Semitic comments about black people. You have big businesses that's, creating products with the coon on it. And they're getting paid. But yet, I diverse. Has Fox fired Peru? While the circumstances suggest that she has been suspended, there is no indication that she has been fired. After all, Peru is one of the highest rated weekend cable news hosts on TV. It is unclear whether Peru will return to air. Now, I know I butchered her name, but hey, what could I say? So that's the article right there. So it's just interesting that it's quickly, when it comes to conservatives and even some Republicans, they always end up getting punished, or we always end up getting punished for comments that we make, but yet the far left, the Democrats, or better yet, those that follow the beast, are forgiven and excused. So, feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm fearless.